The U.S. deports several 100,000 people each year. This is Virginia. She was deported back to the land of her birth, a tiny kingdom in the South Pacific.
After I got in trouble, the immigration came in the county jail and was explaining to me that I wasn't a citizen. And I didn't know, so of course I was just like, what? What do you mean I'm not a citizen? I've been here my whole life. And when they said that I was gonna get deported back to Tonga, I went back to my cell and I was crying. I had no passport or anything at all, coming with nothing. I came with like this little bag with like 2 pair of pants, boxers, and 1 shirt. And I just remember seeing the pilot giving the officer this folder thing. I think it just said in there that I'm deported, so watch out or something.
It doesn't seem like much of a big deal. Just another bad kid kicked out of the United States. One of only 3 or 4 deported back each month. But as it turns out, they're having a much bigger impact than anyone could have imagined. On families, communities, even a whole nation. The sunlight of each new day shines on the Kingdom of Tonga before any other country on the planet. Tonga is an island nation of 106,000 people who share a common history dating back 3,000 years. It's a peaceable nation. There's virtually no hunger. There's good health care. Very little pollution. A tiny carbon footprint. And a very unique culture. It is threatened not by internal strife, environmental disaster, or conquering armies, but by a handful of young people returning from the U.S., often members of the Tongan Crips, often hardened criminals.
Well, right now, I'm serving a year and 10 months. I hate to say this, man, for assaulting a cop, you know? That's what they said, man, you know? I should have just killed a mother, man.
Tonga is having an extremely hard time dealing with its imported gangsters. Criminals they never had to deal with even a mere generation ago.
As for, these kids getting deported back to Tonga, these kids are being raised in a very sophisticated criminal culture. And from what I've gathered from speaking to people in the community, that's something Tonga's not accustomed to. They've never had to deal with that. They're an isolated country. They don't have to worry about that kind of thing. But now these kids are being trained in a university of crime. They will lose everything that they've got.
Even those deportees who have accepted their fate and try and stay out of trouble have no commitment to the place they were forced to return to.
It's been 12 years, but some things you never forget, I still remember that day. Arriving here was just like going to another prison or another institution, That's what hit my mind as far as coming here. Many other things, but that's what I felt at the time when the officer told me I was free to go. I said, well, free to go where, man?
And it's still hard. It's still hard to be out here. Because none of my family's here. And the ones that are my dad's family kind of like push me away to the side because of being deported here. And,
The Kingdom of Tonga is more seriously threatened than ever before. And if it collapses, it might lose everything, including everything it might have become, and everything it might have done for its own people, and even what it might have offered the rest of the world, like the secrets of its extraordinary faith. But right now, Tonga is struggling to contain a dangerous and growing problem. The national prison is being expanded and fortified to accommodate the new influx of young American gangsters. And as it is being built, it is being filled.